Hey, I hope all is well. This is a quick tip type of game plan when it comes to coffee. And in this case, what we're talking about is the mocha pot. Here's the mocha pot right here. I like the robustness of the taste of the coffee that comes out of it. Not all the time, but for today, I just wanted to change it up. So I went ahead and went with the mocha pot. So what do I really want to talk about? What's the game plan here? There's only two things that I think that's very important when you actually use the mocha pot. And it doesn't deal with this part. This is the top of the mocha pot. This is the inside of the mocha pot right here. And this is where the coffee comes through the spout right here, okay? It's good to also clean your mocha pot, but this is not what we're going to talk about. One of the key things when you have your mocha pot is that you have this outside valve right here, and then you can kind of see it right here. It's extremely important that you fill the coffee below that mark. Don't go over it. You can go a little bit even lower than that mark, but it's very important that you don't go over this mark. The reason why is because if you go over that mark or that level, what it tends to happen is that the coffee will overflow way too much, and you don't want that. You just want the coffee to come out. You don't want it to seep through, as it tends to do from this when it's on here. Okay, so that's the game plan. That's the number one thing. You can also go ahead and use hot water with the mocha pot, or you can do cold water and just take your time as the coffee heats up and brews and everything. Okay, and the last tip, the game plan when you're doing the mocha pot, is make sure that you just level off the coffee when you're using the basket. Okay, a lot of times, sometimes what people do is that they will fill the mocha pot and then they will like compact it like it is an espresso portafilter. You don't want to do that because it's just going to make it way too compact. What you want to do is just put the coffee in there. On mine, this is a 6 cup, so it takes about 35 to 40 grams of coffee, but you don't even have to measure it. Just make sure that you fill it up to the top and then go ahead and level it off. Don't compact it, and you're good to go. You can play around with different grind sizes if you want to see if that changes the flavor of the taste of the coffee. But of course, you already know though, is that if you go too fine, then your coffee will tend to be a little bit more bitter. You over extracted it. If you go too coarse, that may be where you really want to be, but sometimes that tends to make it a little bit sour and the flavors are not coming out as much as it should, and then it tends to taste like tea, which we're drinking coffee. Why do we want the coffee to taste like tea? We don't. Unless you do have coffees that do taste like tea. That's a story for another day. So those are the two tips that I got for you. Remember, just put the coffee inside, decide on the grind size that you want to go with, then level it off, and then make sure that from this spout right here, you don't fill over that spout. This spout right here. It's best to just do a little bit less than a spout level, and then you're good to go. And you can experiment with the mocha pot and enjoy your coffee. So, this is Everyday Beans checking out. Talk to you later. Bye.